That old dirty camera. Look at that, man. It's terrible. God. It's amazing that these terrible webcams have had the balls of the market in a vice for so long. Save us, SUB2r. Thank you so much for letting me borrow this to test it out. My eyes have been opened. To have fucking 2 of these out in the craft room. Oh! I couldn't stop tinkering with it. It's just, what a like refreshing change when it comes to cameras. It's a 4K 30 FPS or 1080p at 60 FPS camera. It's a prototype right now. It is a beast. This isn't just a plug and play. This is not just a plug and play thing. The amount of customization that you have with the camera itself, it's insane. Here's what the old camera looked like. Hold on. That is the difference in just quality, like resolution. Just like the detail in hair follicles, it's crazy. And this is only 1080p. This isn't even the 4K. Isn't that crazy? And the fact that it's NDI compatible. So thinking about having cameras like this for creative streams, for IRL streams, people doing crafts, or if you're a DJ and you need a high-res cam, this would be perfect for the low motion kind of stuff. Being able to use a camera like this as an overhead cam for DIY streams is like sounds freaking fantastic. So a 1080p version would be dope. And having the ability to swap out boards like that too. Like having the same housing, but being able to swap out the boards. Keeping the DIY people in mind. That's what's up. Modded the camera to fit DSLR lenses. Imagine the possibilities of being able to put any Canon, Nikon, Sony, or Rokinon lens on one of these cameras. You could kill anything. All metal design, very rugged, just a couple screws get to the inside. And it reminded me of their DAX, and I immediately fell in love. Good shit. So yeah, here's the thing. You guys thought the C9... Okay, you guys thought the C920 was bad? Okay. Check out the Logitech sequel. The upgraded streamer camera. Logitech C920?
Logitech C922. Absolute trash. The fact that they market this camera as a 1080p or 720p 60 FPS camera is despicable. Disgusting. Just look at how terrible this is. I mean, this is obviously zoomed in, but if it was zoomed out, you know what? Just for you, just to show you how terrible the Logitech C922 is. C920. C922. Don't look at my server rack, okay? It's just terrible.
So terrible. And
the this is it in 1080p. All right. It looks even worse in 720p at 60 FPS. They claim it's 720, 60, but it ain't. It ain't.
I'm getting such a little amount of noise with the current setups. Extremely impressive. Not a webcam. It works like a webcam, but I mean, this is like the most high quality. It's a camera. And yeah, I had to put the quality side by side with the SUB2r and the 920. And the Brio, let's not even get started on Logitech's 4K camera. Terrible. Terrible. Yeah, you guys got nothing to worry about. They're not going to do anything with that camera either. The Logitech C920's been out for like a decade. How many driver updates have they released? How many firmware updates? Please. Please. So I have a boom arm for my webcam. I have a So it's currently sitting on that. The camera itself has a 1/4 inch threaded hole on the bottom. So if you wanted to mount it to anything, you could. Here's the thing, like, just thinking about a camera like this for the craft room. Oh, imagine what you could get. Imagine the quality IRL / creative streams that you could have with this thing. Insane. For most, I would assume for most people, for like most everyday streamers, they're gonna buy it and pretty much leave it. But then there's gonna be like the prosumer people, like myself and other people who are, you know, tech savvy, that'll be swapping that stuff out left and right depending on, you know, the application. But the fact that it's that easy, especially when I opened it up and I saw, when I opened up the Area 51 briefcase and I saw the other lens sitting there, I'm actually using the bigger one. I'm using the 1.8 f-stop lens right now, just because I knew that I was going to be in a little bit more of a low light situation. Also the difference between 2.0 f-stop and the 1.8 was pretty extreme, not extreme, considerable. Big difference. When I saw that there was interchangeable lenses, I pretty much lost my shit. I might have peed a teeny weeny bit. So I've got a 2.0 f-stop lens on it right now. It's a 5.5 millimeter camera. This is how small the lenses are. There's no autofocus, so it's currently focused to where I'm at right now, but this is the other lens. I'm absolutely in love with this camera. Dedicated power supply, 1/4 inch threaded hole. The software is fantastic. If you don't even have to have a green screen to get rid of your background. It's insane. Look at how clear that is. Isn't that insane? And it's 60 frames per second. That's the other upside. It's a crazy, amazing camera. Absolutely in love. For just, this is a couple people team. Maybe not a couple, maybe like several, but I'm pretty sure less than 10 people. And they've been working on this thing forever. And if you guys were on Instagram, you saw the case, the Area 51 alien-proof case that this thing came in. Awesome! Loved it. I can't wait to give this a try in the craft room and start doing some soldering and some LED microcontroller stuff with it. Yeah, I'm having a blast. I'd love to dive a little bit deeper into it. The control panel, the software that they have for it, looks exactly like cam control. Very basic UI with sliders. None of this flashy Logitech gaming software bullshit. If you have a dual PC setup and you don't want to put that load on your streaming PC, pick up the camera to the gaming, port it over using NDI. Done and done. Thank you guys so much for letting me use it. I had a blast using it. Getting it set up late last night. I was in here on my office working. My girlfriend's in the living room. Are you done yet? No. Half hour goes by. Are you done yet? No. I couldn't stop tinkering with it. It's just, what a like refreshing change when it comes to cameras. Cameras and streaming, man. Like, we've got the C920. Logitech tried coming out with the C922 and branding it the streaming camera. Then they tried to market this Brio, this 4K camera, which has absolutely no driver support whatsoever. Like, good driver support. OBS hates it. Just like, man, I thought we were screwed for a long time. The difference between the Logitech C920, this is 1080. This is 1080 for the Logitech. And this is the SUB2r camera. How insane the difference. Look at how fuzzy ass that is. Nah, dog. Oh. So incredibly crisp. Obviously, the C920 is 30 FPS, so this looks terrible when you get up in that 60 FPS range. It's almost unnatural. Uncomfortable boner zone. But it's okay. We enjoy it. The new camera is superb. As you can tell, the quality, the frame rate, beyond impressed for what this team has done with this camera. It's amazing. I love it. SUB2r is the manufacturing company of this camera that you're looking at right now. This beautiful, crisp. I've been following these guys for almost a year now. And then just the other day, they were like, hey, we're looking for streamers to test out this camera. And I'm like, yo, please, me. I will use this thing nonstop. Seriously, I will use the shit out of this thing. Shout out to SUB2r for letting me borrow this camera to test it out on stream. I think it performed amazing. I couldn't stop tinkering with it. It's just, what a like refreshing change when it comes to cameras.